Hello, everybody. This is J. Tom Gunter, owner of Grapes and Sand Publishing and also author of Fruit and Glass. This book right here. Happy Wine Wednesday, first of all. This video is about ordering a bottle of wine at a restaurant. I got inspired by this because I had a recent customer and I just kind of wanted to shed some light on proper etiquette when it comes to ordering a bottle of wine at a restaurant. So basically, let's get to the point. A lot of times when people come to restaurants and they order a bottle of wine, um, first of all, what you need to do is ask if there's a som in the house. Ask the sommelier if like tell them your price point, and then ask them what wine they would recommend for you for your price point. Now, if you order a bottle of wine yourself, if you look through the list and you say, I want this specific Syrah from the Central Coast or wherever it's from, and you're the one who picks the wine out, and you tell the server or the som that, and they go grab the bottle of wine. This is why I made this video. So a lot of times people, what they do is customers and people who are patrons of the business think that when you do the smelling and the tasting, it's all about if it tastes good to you. And that is not right. It's not the truth. Originally, the whole idea of tasting a wine when you get a bottle is to see if there's any flaws in it, such as it being corked, it being oxidized, the wine, other flaws, things of that nature. In the wine allows you to be able to return the wine and get another bottle of it or something else. Now, if you are the one who, now if the som actually is the one who picked out the wine for you, then yes, it's about your taste, in my opinion. Everybody has their views on this, but this is how I feel about it. It's about your taste, in my opinion. So if you taste it and you realize I do not like this wine, good. We'll go ahead and switch it, get you something else. But if you pick the wine, and I want to reiterate this, if you pick the wine, it's not about how it tastes to you. It's about whether the wine is flawed. Now, some things that allow you to know whether the wine is flawed or not. A lot of times people talk about being corked. One thing that I always get when I'm smelling a corked wine is wet newspaper. Some people say there's like a kind of a wet, wet newspaper is the one that I get mostly. There's also other people that say wet paper, period. The smell of it lets them know that it is off. Another thing is if it is oxidized and it's not the style of the winemaker or the wine that's being smelled and tasted. A lot of times if it's oxidized, you get this kind of nutty smell. And so if it's not the style of the winemaker or the style of the wine itself, then yes, it's off a little bit. There's other things too. But that's what you're doing. When you're tasting and you're dealing with wine, you're ordering a bottle of wine, you're smelling it and tasting it to find out if it's flawed. That's it. That's it. If you pick the wine, it's on you. So if you get a wine that doesn't taste up to the level that you expected to taste and you pick the wine, gotta reiterate this again. Sorry, you're kind of stuck with it. Now, some people will take it back. A lot of restaurants will and get you something that you will enjoy while you're there. But don't be surprised if they say, you know what? This is kind of on you. You didn't ask for help. You picked your wine, and it's not fitting your palate. So that's what happens a lot of times. And I just recommend that you be ready for it. If you go into a certain type of restaurant or a wine bar and they say, yeah, you ordered this bottle, it's $150, and this is what you wanted, and it's not flawed, so I'm not taking it back. You owe this. So just a heads up. Another thing, just a quick thing too. Most servers can tell whether you know about wine or not, because a lot of times when people know about wine, instead of even tasting the wine, they can tell it's flawed just by the nose. They'll just, okay, the wine's fine, and then they'll go about their evening with their guests or by themselves. So if you smell it and you can pick it out just off a smell, kudos to you. You know what you're doing, and a lot of times we'll step back and let you do your thing. Other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful night and wonderful day. Cheers. Peace. Till next time.